it's me, Leila. So guess what? We're not doing an unboxing or animal facts. Today I'm going to show you some of my Montessori ways. In this video, we will be interviewing a very special teacher and we'll show you a Montessori math lesson. I hope you enjoy this video. See you there. Leila the Pet Vet. So today we're here with my teacher, Mr Proctor. Ms. Proctor, may you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes. My name is Candy Proctor and I'm a teacher at your school. I've been your teacher. Actually, when school starts, this will be our 3rd year together, and I am mom to an 8-year-old son named Ben.
Ms. Proctor also got a new special board position, so can you please tell us about that too?
Yes, I'm actually the newly elected chair of the teachers section for the American Montessori Society.
Congrats.
Thanks.
Can you tell us a little bit how Montessori school is different from a traditional school?
I think the biggest difference between Montessori and a traditional school is that we have materials to learn just about every new concept that you're going to explore. So we have math materials that means you get to move numbers around before you ever have to think about putting them on paper. And we have language materials that allow you to move words around on your rug or your table and explore them and correct them if you need to before you ever put them on paper. So I think the materials, the biggest difference, and probably the fact that I get to say to you, what would you like to learn about now?
Montessori is on a 3-year cycle. Can you explain a little bit about that?
Yes, the 3-year cycle means that I am going to be with all of my students from the time they enter our classroom as about a 6-year-old first level, all the way through their 1st year, their 2nd year, and their 3rd year. That means that I get to see you when you are brand new to elementary and work with you for 3 years so that you're ready to move on to upper elementary.
I'm about to be a 3rd level, and that means I'm going to be a leader in the classroom. What does that mean?
That means that in our classroom, you get to help me support our 1st and 2nd levels as they're learning all the things that you've already learned as a 1st and 2nd level. You get to give lessons. You are a role model. Some days you're inspiration. And most days you get to practice the difference between being a leader and modeling and supporting other children and being bossy, which sometimes means telling other kids what to do, and nobody likes that. So you get a whole year that you get to practice just being an inspiration to the other children in our class.
How does Montessori let me and my friends choose what we want to be and also learn what we want to do, also learning math, language, and cultural?
Ooh, that's a good question. So in Montessori, we like to say, the grown-ups like to say that we follow the child. What that means in our classroom is that because I know you want to be a pet vet when you grow up, when we have the opportunity and the time to explore, for example, zoology, you're kind of the resident expert. And that means that I don't have to know everything, and you don't have to know everything, and the children don't have to know everything. But if you want to know more about animals because you're going to be a pet vet, you can take the time to explore that. And if we are getting to know more information about, for example, how fast a cheetah can run, we can use math to compare the speed that a cheetah runs to how fast a rabbit hops, to how fast we run when we're outside on the playground. And your friends who are interested in other things can do the same thing.
Thank you for answering those questions. Can we do an example of a Montessori lesson?
Sure. Did you have something in mind? How about
checkerboard?
Math? Checkerboard? We'll do some checkerboard math. So this is the checkerboard. And we're going to use this to practice practice multiplication some more. And I like the checkerboard. It's cool because we can go all the way up to 4-digit multiplication with the checkerboard. I know. Okay, so let's get to know this first. It starts with units. Units are always green. We have tens, we have hundreds, then units of 1,000, 10,000s, 100,000s, then units of 1,000,000, 10 million, 100 million. So we can do big multiplicans here. And then the multipliers go on this side. The multiplier is the second number, the one that's on the bottom that tells you how many times to take an equation or how many times to take a quantity. So we can do 1 digit. We can start from the units. We can multiply by units and tens. We can multiply by units, tens, and hundreds. And we can multiply by units, tens, hundreds, and thousands. So we could solve an equation with the checkerboard that could be 100 million something times 1,000. And we could solve it on an equation on the checkerboard. Okay? So the first thing we have to do is we have to be able to compose and read numbers on the checkerboard. All right? Let me show you what I mean. Let's do... What's that?
3.
3. So 3 units is just 3, right? What's 3 tens?
30.
What's 3 hundreds?
300.
What's 3,000?
3,000.
What is 3 10,000s?
3 10,000.
No?
30,000.
Yes. What's 300,000s?
300,000.
Yes. What's that? What place is this?
It is
So this would be
3,000,000.
no, just 3
million.
million. What would that be?
That would be 30 million.
Yes. And what's that?
300 million.
Okay. So far, so good. Yeah? Okay, so I'm going to compose some numbers on here and I just want you to read them. Okay? For example, what's that?
That's 6.
Okay. What is this? Start here.
65.
Okay. What is that?
794.
Yes.
That kind of got me there.
Well, and they'll get trickier. Sorry, I lost my unit. Okay,
It's
so
1,726.
okay. All right, I'm gonna make this one a little trickier.
Okay.
Okay. Don't read it yet. Let me compose it. Start here.
Okay.
Start here. Remember, what's this family? What's the last name of all of the numbers in this family?
1,000.
Okay, so that's the last name of the family. So we read the number and then add the family name. So what's this?
10,000.
You have to read these together.
10,000 and 8,000.
Okay, let's think about if we have a 1 in the tens place and we have 8 units. Picture that number. 1 8. What's that number?
9.
What's 1 8? If we wrote the numerals 1 8, what's that number?
18.
Okay, what's the last name?
18,000.
So this is 18,000. Don't read that because it's empty.
Okay. 96.
Okay, put it all together now.
18,096.
Okay. All right, you did well. Okay, you ready? We're getting bigger.
I'm reading these like a champ.
Okay. Okay. What family is this?
It is the million.
Mm-hmm. So how do we read that?
1,000,000 200 559,803.
Yes.
That was the easiest one.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see if we can make it a little bit more challenging.
Now let's see where you go with it.
Okay. All right. Start here. Careful. Made it tricky.
10,000,000
1 and a 9.
Okay, 19,000,000 884,000 and 716.
Yes. I got you twice with teens on that one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, are you ready?
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Make it a nice big one.
Oh. So this is where you're going with it.
Okay.
In order.
All right.
900. Wait a minute.
No, keep going. You're fine.
900 and 987,000,000 and 654,321.
You did it. Okay, now it's your turn.
What?
Okay. I'm going to give you the number and you're going to compose it. Do you want to hold on to those? And you can just use from here? Or do you want me to put them in the box?
Put them in the box.
Okay, I'm going to put them in the box and then you'll take out what you need. Okay.
Wait, are you going to use those?
No, I won't use the tiles yet. I'm just going to give you a number.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay, first number is 34.
34. I'm gonna need you.
Yes. Okay, clear the board. We're not writing anything yet, we're just composing.
Okay.
Okay, the next one is 625. Yes, clear the board.
Hey, you can't get away from me.
Ready? 3,462.
3,400.
Are you ready? 45,761.
40. Thousand 761.
Yes, clear the board.
This is fun.
You have a really good working memory. This one's bigger.
Okay. The more bigger, the more challenging, the more fun.
416,528.
Wait, did you say 16?
116,528.
Mm-hmm. 16. Put you here. You 100.
528. All done. Clear the board. Okay, ready? Okay. 124,326,451.
Oh my God.
124,000,000.
100.
124 million.
124 million.
326,000.
326,000.
451.
451.
That's it. You did it. Okay, clear the board.
Okay, guys, that was the last part of part 1. So I hope you like, subscribe, and click the notification bell, because if you stay tuned, you'll get to